In order to be a successful wrestler at the Division I level, you have to be tough, you have to be athletic, and you probably need some sort of X factor. In order to be successful after you leave, you're going to continue to be intelligent, tough, and probably have a little luck. Jaron Smith will make his own luck.
My name is Jaron Smith. I'm from Columbia, Maryland, and since 2015, I've been a wrestler here at the University of Maryland. When I first arrived, I knew that I'd be able to work towards a really powerful academic degree and that I would be able to wrestle in the best conference in the country. If I was told back in my freshman, sophomore, even my junior year here, that I would be here this far into my academic career, I wouldn't have even believed you. But seeing that it's happened, retracing all my steps is definitely something that I'm proud that I'm able to do.
Jaron to coach is a Rubik's Cube. You think you've got one side figured out, and then you realize there's another side to that cube. You got to keep kind of clicking and moving and putting the pieces together. But it's fun. He's bright, and he's athletic, and he's competitive. It's fun to compete alongside him.
I'm a very competitive person at heart, and given the competitive nature of this sport, you're talking about 1v1, will versus will, strength versus strength, technique versus technique. I think it's kind of the ultimate manifestation of the competitive spirit. Ultimately, I want to win and I don't like to lose.
From a competitive standpoint, he's lit the pavilion up, he's lit the Xfinity Center up, he's succeeded at the national stage. He means a lot to the program, and I think to come back and wrestle for an 8th year, it's because he wants to win, and he wants to fly that flag and show out for all of Maryland.
Being able to stay in my home state and wrestle for the institution that I've always dreamed of going to has been a really powerful thing for me personally.
He's the hometown kid, right? Howard County. That comes to mind first and foremost. He's a kid that stayed home and he continued to fly the flag.
What made me choose Maryland every year? For me, that's straightforward. It fit every piece into the right place for me. I'm very close with my family, and Maryland has such a good program for what I did study, and they were able to join the Big Ten right before I ended up coming here. All 3 of the niches were hit for me at this university.
Since we got to College Park, Jaron Smith's battled tons of injuries. He's grown immensely.
Throughout my athletic career, I've had 5 injuries that I needed surgery for. 2 on my ACL, 1 on the other one, my MCL on the same leg, and 1 on a thumb, which required season-ending surgery.
Because of his life experience, injury trouble and surgeries, and setbacks that he's had earlier in his career, he can help guys with similar issues. I know his words carry a lot of weight and the guys listen. Having that kind of mindset is great for especially a young team. Jaron is stronger and better equipped coming out on the backside. His capacity to handle adversity has increased. His ability to carry workload and volume has increased. I really do think the sky's the limit if he continues to work the way he has for us.
During the course of last season, a WWE recruiter reached out and they ended up inviting me out to come to their kind of round 1 trials.
He called and said, "Hey coach, it's going pretty well." I said, "Yeah, not surprised." Meanwhile, we're hoping he's going to come back for an 8th year, which is kind of absurd.
I ended up getting an invite to their extended tryout. I was there among 10 other athletes out of the 60 that had originally been invited to the first phase.
That's when I first sat down with Jaron and said, "You may have a tough decision to make here."
It was a lot more in-depth with a lot of technical stuff inside of the ring.
Of course, he goes down and he crushes it, and they ask him to stay again, and then I knew we were in for a battle. He called on the last day of that tryout and said, "Hey coach, they offered me a guaranteed 3-year contract, but I have to start right away." My heart sank a little bit, got a little nauseous. It's like, oh man, here we go. And we just kind of talked through it, the pluses and minuses of going and staying. And I said, "You owe me." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "We've gotten you healthy and you built your body up." I said, "Man, you've earned that opportunity to be a part of the best team that Maryland's put together in a decade." That was my last pitch to him.
Not that I was ungrateful for the WWE recruiter, but I felt that I had unfinished business with the University of Maryland, and just being able to finish off my career on my terms kind of paramount to me.
I was relieved when Jaron called and said he was staying, and I was very thankful for his commitment to the program, his trust and faith in our vision for him, and having some more fun together.
I think what's next for me depends on what I do this season, both academically and athletically.
When the season's over, I expect him to finish his 2nd graduate degree. And while he's doing that, I fully anticipate him crushing another WWE tryout and him receiving a probably even better opportunity. I tell people all the time, I think he could be the next Rock. I think sometimes people think I'm crazy, but I do think Jaron has that it factor. He's got a look, he's got a personality, he's got a physique, he's got athleticism, and he's a great human. He's it. He is him.